Becoming aware of how the first letter was written in the Neolithic age, we will now work through the warming up exercises and the English workshop of this lesson. List the materials that man has used for the following purposes in different ages. Those ages being Neolithic age or the later Stone Age, the 1st century CE, CE stands for Common Era, and today's modern age. Now, you can see that the objects given to you are weapons, fuel, utensils or vessels used for cooking, food and clothes. Now, the weapons used in the Neolithic age would probably be stones, bones, animals' teeth. In the 1st century CE, swords, daggers, spear. In the modern age, guns, missiles, nuclear weapons. The fuel of the Neolithic age, rubbing two flint stones together, fat, wood, and as you are aware of today's modern age, petrol, diesel and coal. Utensils the people in the Neolithic age could have used were hollow stones, vessels from bamboo stems and barks. In the 1st century CE, iron and brass utensils, and today we use stainless steel, plastic, glass utensils. Similarly, different ages had different types of food and different types of clothes they used. Write your name in bold capitals and within 3 minutes try to make as many words as you can using the letters in your name only once. Okay. Now, I have taken the name Marisha. Now, let us see how many I could make within 3 minutes. Okay. Ram, sham, mash, sir, hair, rash, arm, harm, and ash. Now list words from your mother tongue or from Hindi which do not have an exact English equivalent. Meaning, take some words from Hindi or your mother tongue which you cannot translate into English. They do not have a meaning in English. Then try to write their meaning in English. Now, I could get words like dhaba, a roadside place where you can eat. So this is a Hindi word, and Rakhi, again a Hindi word for a string that sisters tie around their brother's wrists, a symbol of love from a sister to her brother and a promise by a brother to protect his sister. Okay, so there's no English word for the word Rakhi. So you need to find at least 5 words like this which don't have an exact English meaning. Now, also you have to write 20 words in English that don't have an exact meaning in your mother tongue. For example, I could find words like, for in Hindi for awkward, jinx. Jinx is something that is an unlucky thing. Insight, fortnight. These are words that don't have a English, meaning in another language. So similarly, you find 20 words. Coming to the English workshop. First of all, read the remaining part of this very entertaining, original story by Rudyard Kipling. He has written so many books, so you will find the remaining part of this story about Tegumai and Teshumai in Just So Stories. Make as many 5 to 8 letter words as you can within minutes from the name Teshumai Tevindro. Now Teshumai Tevindro has many more words than your single name. So these are the words that I could find The 5-letter and 6-letter were reasonably easy, but the 7-letter and the 8-letter words were more difficult. Now let us see how many you can make. Okay. How do the following characters in the story live up to their names? Provide points from the story. First of all, Tegumai Bobsulai, he justifies his name as he shows no hurry when his spear broke, but proceeded to repair his slowly. Now, Tegumai meaning man who did not put his foot forward in a hurry. Then we have Taffimai Metalumai behaved exactly like her name by ordering the stranger about and getting annoyed at times with him. Teshumai Tevindro was true to her name as she talked continuously, jumped to the wrong conclusions, and didn't give the stranger a chance to speak. Now, this story is written in informal, colloquial style, very easy style. The way it would be told orally, like someone is telling you the story. Now, you have to find out and write expressions where the author addresses the audience or the readers directly in the story. There are many places in the story where the author seems to be talking to us. One of them is, he did this, best beloved, to show that his heart was as white as a birch bark. And the stranger man, did you know he was a Tevara? Write a character sketch of the stranger man using examples from the story to support the following attributes. Ignorant, innocent, polite, calm and cool, jumps to the wrong conclusions, hasty and unwise at times. So you can see that the character sketch is a brief description of a person's qualities. So this was the stranger man, he was a Tevara. You have to incorporate these 4 points given to you, these attributes, into your character sketch. The stranger man in the story is polite and innocent too, as he listens to everything Taffy, who is a child, says. He is ignorant about the language Taffy speaks and yet does not react badly to her behavior. Even though he feels that the chief is in trouble, he is calm and does whatever he can to help out. Of course, he jumps to the wrong conclusions, as we can see in every interaction he has with Taffy. Sometimes he is hasty and unwise, as is seen when he speedily runs off with the birch bark, not knowing exactly where he was going or what exactly he had to do. Write the following using double quotation marks. You are aware that when someone speaks or says something, we put it in double quotation marks. Here's a pretty kettle of fish, said Tegumai. Tegumai is saying something, so therefore this should be put in double quotation marks. It will take me half the day to mend this should be written in double quotation marks. Underline the main clauses in the following sentences. A main clause is something that is independent, that can stand on its own. It makes full sense. And if there are 1 or 2 main clauses or 2 main clauses in a sentence, that means it is joined by a coordinating conjunction like and or but. Now let us see what makes full sense here. She was Tegumai Bobsulai's best beloved and her own mummy's best beloved. Full meaning. She was Tegumai Bobsulai's best beloved and her own mummy's best beloved. Then we have the coordinating conjunction and. Another main clause. She was not spanked half as much as was good for her. Second main clause. After that, we have another coordinating conjunction, and then a full meaning clause. They were all three very happy. Next. One day, Tegumai Bobsulai went down through the beaver swamp to the Vagai river to spear carp fish for dinner. Such a big sentence, a big clause, a main clause. Then we have the coordinating conjunction and here. Taffy went to, another main clause. Okay. We have, they were miles and miles from home, and Tegumai had forgotten to bring any extra spears, and being the coordinating conjunctions. So you need to underline the main clauses here. Just then a stranger man came along the river, coordinating conjunction but and. So you need to mark the main clauses. Imagine Taffy comes to you for help to write a letter of apology. In the modern script we use, in the language we use today, okay, how we write. So you have to imagine that Taffy now feels sorry for what happened, and she, because she cannot write, comes to you and asks you to write a letter of apology. Obviously, to the stranger man. Informal letter, right? Then stranger man, I, Taffy, daughter of Tegumai Bobsulai, am writing this letter to say how sorry I am for all that you had to undergo because of me. I am really thankful for your polite behavior towards me and my family. You could not understand me, but you still made the effort to save me and my family. It was my fault actually, my drawing, that made you think there was a battle going to take place. Therefore, I feel so bad about my mother's rude behavior towards you. I sincerely apologize for our actions. I hope you understand and forgive our impolite behavior. In the letter, your little name, Taffy. Making suitable groups. Convert the entire episode, the entire lesson into a short skit, a short play, a short drama, where you bring out humorously you bring out the shortcomings in the people and write it down. Each group must have a different happy ending, sad ending, surprise ending, and humorous ending. Okay, so you can talk to one another since we are in the COVID times and we are at home. So you can make groups, and try to enhance your writing skills by making a short skit having these different kind of endings. A skit is a short performance in which the actors make fun of people and events by imitating them. Question number 9. Imagine the stranger man narrates how the Neolithic ladies overpowered him. Write an account of the same, making him the narrator. Okay? So now the stranger man, in whichever language he speaks, is now narrating or telling the story of how those Neolithic ladies sat on him, pulled his hair, etc. Okay, so you have to write about that, but he should be the one telling the story. So you should write it as if to say the stranger man, the Tevara, is speaking. So you tell a story often about a personal experience, but also make a point. You make a point means you tell what is the purpose of that story. So the purpose is not only to tell an entertaining story, funny story, but also to talk about the importance of that experience. Okay, in a narrative essay, you can find out or see if you can bring out the moral or the theme. Okay, here being the moral being that if a person could read or write, this would not be the situation. You know that an essay has to have and then you tell your story. Write a short passage or essay on woman power in Neolithic, medieval and present times. So this is an essay that you need to write, a very short one, talking about what power women had during these three ages. Neolithic women only did household work, taking care of the house and the children. Now you can use this for your reference to write this passage. In medieval times, women got more importance, little more power, and could educate themselves. But they were not allowed to work. You are aware that in the present, women are empowered and educated. They can be educated, earn for themselves, go out with friends. Sometimes they have the highest jobs, working side by side with men. For example, astronauts, prime ministers, etc. A few pictures of how the Neolithic age probably looked like.